enduring a relationship with a narcissist and then going through the mind fuck that is getting over them and processing what just happened to you and unraveling the tentacles of toxicity that have infiltrated your life, and now trying to get a semblance of who you are as a person and what brings you joy and get back to a sense of homeostasis is such a gnarly process that it will make you so disillusioned going forward in dating. It will make you disillusioned about relationships in general, humans in general, and you are quite literally traumatized when it comes to trusting people. It changes who you are forevermore. Watch these 2 clips that articulate this perfectly, and then wait till the end where I share a text exchange with somebody that I'm dating and share my thoughts on the end of that situationship and why.
When you're an empath and you deal with a narcissistic relationship, that shit really changes you. And it definitely makes you not even want to get close to anybody anymore. And it's a sad and draining feeling because empaths have nothing but love to give. And the fact that someone robbed us of that love and that light that we had to shine on others is definitely a tough pill to swallow. A lot of us have these walls built up now to protect ourselves. And it's so that we don't get abused again.
So many people, when they are violated, when they are victimized, when they experience abuse or trauma, their entire paradigm of the world gets twisted into knots that they cannot untie. It is forever reshaped. And it's not just the emotions that have happened to them that they have to deal with. It's the intrusive memories. It's that once you leave a situation of grave harm, the options that you have for your paths forward are completely different than you would have had before that situation happened to you. And those options might suck. They might be harmful. They might include things you never wanted to have to deal with. When you get away from a situation of victimization or harm, you have to devote time in your future to dealing with what happened in your past. If you ever want to be able to be in a space where your present doesn't haunt you, there isn't an accountability process that allows for the person who perpetrated these grievous experiences upon others to also take some of the load of that off of the person who is suffering. Why would we be okay with that? Why are to believe that people are safe when they're not? To believe that society is safe when it is not? And people can get away with absolutely destroying another person's life, and there is absolutely no penalty for that. That lack of justice makes it fundamentally unsafe for me to ever walk outside my front door and talk to somebody I don't already know again.
Here was a nice guy, and as I always say, if he made it to the point of us even going on a date, he jumped through so many of my ridiculous hoops of vetting. And honestly, these vetting hoops I'm realizing are now just barriers I'm putting up so that I don't have to go out with men, see aforementioned videos as to why I don't want to and why I'm completely disillusioned. Like, to the point where we actually are texting off of an app and going on a date, you have jumped through my ridiculous hoops of thinking your forehead may be too high or not liking the photo that you posted with the fish, like getting the ick of your fish photo. So we had gone on a date. He was a really nice guy. And as you can see from the text here, he had texted me twice in a row over a couple of days going by where I was ghosting. And I realized last night I was ghosting. And I don't want to be a bad person. Like, if I can control one thing in this outcome of having my heart shredded and my brain completely disorganized because of a relationship with a terrible person, I am going to be a stand-up person and be kind, which I did in the text below. I very succinctly and considerately told him that I was in a weird funk. I have literally no excuse to not want to go out with you because you are a great person, and I truly do believe that. But because of the trauma of being with a narcissist, I just cannot date at this point. And I am really hoping that that changes. But dating a narcissist will completely change the trajectory of your dating life.